Today, we're going to explore something truly profound. It's this idea that long before you ever took your first breath, God knew you. He chose you, and He set you apart for a very unique purpose. Now, this isn't about being better than anyone else, not at all. It's about being called to a different kind of path, a journey designed by the Creator Himself. So let's walk through the 7 hidden signs that might just reveal His special calling on your life.
You know, it usually starts as this quiet little ache deep in your soul. It's a feeling that no matter what you do, no matter how good your life might look from the outside, there's a deeper purpose that you just haven't quite reached yet. It's almost like a divine homesickness for a mission you were created to fulfill. So if you've ever looked around at your life and thought there has to be more than this, well, you are hearing the very first echo of that call.
And here's the thing, that feeling, it's not a flaw. It's actually a feature of your spiritual design. You can think of it as God's blueprint for your life. It's this deep spiritual belief that your soul was intentionally crafted with specific gifts, a unique mission, and a sacred destiny. All of it encoded inside you by the hand of the Creator. That persistent pull you feel, that isn't confusion. That's your spirit remembering the map that God gave it.
Okay, let's really dive into the first sign. This one is, well, it's the foundation that all the others are built on.
This is so much more than just ambition. It's like a holy fire in your bones, an unshakable belief, even on your absolute worst days, that your life has a specific, God-given meaning. It's that sense that you're a key, and you were designed for a very particular lock. And a huge part of your life is just a search for where you fit, where you can uniquely serve and create in the way only you can.
So what does this actually feel like day to day? Well, it can feel like a holy kind of restlessness. A normal, conventional life, even if it's comfortable, can feel like a cage if it doesn't have that deep meaning you crave. There's this constant pull, like gravity, toward a certain kind of work or service or art. And when you finally align with it, even for a moment, you feel this profound sense of rightness, this incredible surge of life and energy. That right there, that's the feeling of your soul saying yes to God's plan.
All right, let's move on to the second sign. This one is all about how God has wired you to connect with the world and the people around you. And we're not just talking about sympathy here. This is a sensitivity at the spirit level. It's the ability to walk into a room and just feel the unspoken joys and sorrows hanging in the air. It's having a heart that breaks for the same things that break the heart of God, feeling the true weight of the world's pain and also the light of its beauty on a really profound level.
You know, what's really interesting here is that the world might look at this and call it a weakness. You might have been told you're too sensitive, but from God's perspective, this is your superpower. It's His sacred gift, a compassionate heart. People might say you have an old soul because your spirit just seems to carry this echo of eternal wisdom. God didn't make you sensitive by accident. He was equipping you to be a healer, a guide, a source of comfort in a world that is deeply hurting.
Now this next sign, this one can be one of the loneliest to carry, but it's also one of the most important.
Let me be clear. This isn't about being disliked or being socially awkward. You might actually be very popular. This is a deeper, more subtle feeling, like you're a foreigner in a strange land. It's that sense that you're operating by a different set of rules, that you're tuned into a completely different frequency, the frequency of heaven, not of this world.
Just think back on your life for a second. Have you always felt like you're kind of observing the game more than you're actually playing it? See, the crucial point here is that your spirit was designed to value divine truth more than social acceptance. You'd rather stand alone with your integrity than belong to a crowd that forces you to compromise your soul. And that's not a social problem. It's a feature of God's design for you, to keep you from getting too attached to a world that you are here to help change.
Okay, let's explore the fourth sign. This one takes us into the amazing realm of divine communication.
For someone who's been set apart, intuition is way more than just a hunch. It's your primary guidance system. It's when you get those sudden flashes of knowing, of wisdom, of direction that don't come from your own logical mind, but feel like they are being given to you from a higher source.
These are those sacred moments when you just know something is true. You just know to turn left instead of right. You know you need to call that specific person right now. It can come through these incredibly vivid dreams that guide you. Or, if you're a creative person, you might get what feels like entire downloads of inspiration, songs, stories, solutions to problems that feel like they're being channeled through you, not from you. These aren't just random thoughts. They are whispers from the Spirit, guiding you along the exact path God has laid out for you.
The fifth sign points to a spiritual practice that, honestly, is often mistaken for just being antisocial. For a soul on a divine mission, solitude isn't about escaping. It's a necessity. It's the sacred act of unplugging from all the noise of the world so you can plug into the presence of God. The constant chatter and energy of daily life, it can easily drown out that still, small voice inside. Time alone is where you go to recharge your spirit and, well, to get your marching orders.
And this is the critical difference between chosen solitude and forced loneliness. You aren't running away from people, you are running to God. You find yourself actively seeking out quiet, maybe to walk in nature or just sit in silence, or to pray. It's in that stillness that all the static clears and the signal of His guidance becomes pure and strong. If you find yourself craving this quiet time, you are simply taking care of the most important relationship you have.
Now we come to a sign that isn't found in comfort. In fact, it's forged in the fires of adversity.
A life that has been set apart by God is, well, it's very rarely an easy one. It often involves trials and tribulations that seem almost custom designed to test the very limits of your faith and your strength. But here's the key. These experiences don't destroy you. They distill you. They burn away everything that is impure, and they leave behind only what is strong and true and eternal. Think about it. Look back at the mountains you have climbed, the valleys you have walked through. Can you see now that you never, ever walked alone? Each time, you came out the other side not just okay, but with deeper wisdom, greater compassion, and a stronger faith. There's often this profound sense that your struggles weren't for nothing. They were your spiritual gym, and God was your personal trainer, preparing you for the weight of the purpose He has called you to carry.
And that brings us to our seventh and final sign. This is your constant companion, your divine compass for the entire journey.
Beyond just intuition, this is a steady, guiding presence that's always with you. It is the gentle, loving voice of the Holy Spirit. And it doesn't shout, it doesn't condemn, it nudges, it comforts, it convicts. It is that inner knowing that guides you toward what is right and warns you away from what is not meant for you.
This inner whisper, it's your direct line to the heart of God. It's the nudge that tells you to forgive when it feels absolutely impossible. It's that check in your spirit that holds you back from an opportunity that looks perfect on paper. And when you listen to it, it doesn't argue with you. It just resonates with a peace that goes beyond all understanding. The single most important task for a soul set apart is to learn to hear, to trust, and to obey this sacred voice above all the others.
So, we've walked through all 7 signs: that persistent purpose, the unusual empathy, feeling like an outsider, those profound intuitive insights, the deep need for solitude, resilience through the fire, and that constant inner whisper. Look, these aren't just personality quirks, they are sacred clues. They are markers on the map that God has drawn for your soul. Recognizing them is the first big step. The next step is to ask, in the quiet of your own heart, God, what are you asking of me? Where are you leading me now? Your journey is completely unique, and it is waiting for you to take that next step in faith.